Westglades Middle School students are getting their hands dirty in a unique class, as these little farmers get to create and learn from their very own hydroponics garden. The garden is part of an environmental science class at the school and was funded through donations from Walmart, Wheelabrator Technologies, the Florida Farm Bureau, and the school's PTA, and allows students to enjoy working with nature and learn about this efficient and effective way of farming.
Hydroponics is vertical gardening instead of having the plants in the earth. They're in a pot with specific nutrients and specific mediums to grow in. You don't have the bugs in the ground, you don't have the roots trying to find the nutrients in the earth. So the nutrients are fed through a watering system, so it saves on watering. When you put the seeds in, it's amazing when it's like plants on steroids because what they grow and what they produce in a short period of time. It's vertical gardening rather than taking up space on the ground. I believe there's a ratio of 8:1, so what space we use gives you a yield of 8:1 increased to what you would have if you were planting on land itself.
I think it's a lot more efficient, than having rows and rows of plants in the ground to have just as many growing up a line. It just makes a lot more sense and it's really cool. I've never thought of doing something like this before, and then I come to school and I get to do it every day. And I look forward to coming to this class in the morning instead of dreading to come to school. I get to look forward to this class.
And working in the garden is more than just a fun activity, as it can help in the learning process as well, because the students get to experience firsthand what they are reading about in textbooks.
It's a lot easier because you can't get some of this education out of a book, you know. You learn it through actual hands-on experience.
I would rather be out there working on plants and planting them than reading our books because it's more hands-on and you learn more because you're actually doing it instead of just reading out of the book.
The more senses that you use, the more you learn. You read something, you're only using one sense. But if you're actually seeing and touching and smelling and hearing and feeling, then that is better retained because you've used more of your senses.
But the learning goes beyond just the curriculum in the class, as the students gain a better appreciation for nature in general as well, through not only the garden, but also by planting trees around campus and other landscaping projects.
It's giving them an appreciation of the outside, of organically growing. These kids have never planted anything before, they've never touched the dirt, they've never had their hands in soil, they've never used a shovel before. It's giving them self-pride, it's giving them a feeling of accomplishment. They dug that hole, they planted that tree, they watered that tree, they learned how to trim the dead stems off the tree and realize that the more we take care of nature, the more nature will take care of them.
Since this whole entire week, we've been digging holes and we dig a huge hole in the ground, and then we have to make it the same height as the tree, and then we'll put it in and then we plant them. I like it a lot because it helps the environment and it makes the school look more pretty with all the pretty trees around. It's very happy, it makes me happy.
It's also very effective, as the environmental science class can leave a lasting impression on the students, and for some, even their taste buds.
This class was a great class. I enjoyed it a lot the past 2 semesters. And this garden, I think, is a great idea. It's a great idea for the school. And I'm usually a person who eats meat a lot, and this class has actually opened me up to vegetables a lot more. I'm eating a lot more vegetables now because, I can actually taste more of them.
It makes me want to try more things, eat more vegetables, and now when I'm in the store, I kind of look and see which is made hydroponically, like the farm here. I now understand that people take a lot of time and work to make what I eat, and I appreciate the plants and I don't know, they're just cool.
I think it's creative and it's different. It's something that not a lot of schools have, and it's just something we put together as a class.
I think that the garden's great and that other schools should really start taking part in it and start building one in their schools so it's help the environment more.